Um, good day, everyone out there. It's another beautiful Monday with us at All Reporters and Talks, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues affecting Nigeria, or rather, the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare of Nigerians, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the second day of September 2024, and we're in the studio for our 54th edition, our 54th episode of the program. As always, or as usual, we have very exciting topics coming to you. We have very exciting topics coming to us today. And you know how we do it. We keep it live, we keep it cool, we keep it simple. We make sure we make sure uh, our information is brought to the table, and we listen, love, and learn. First of all, I like to introduce myself. I'm Obizo J. I'm going to be a moderator for the day. And already I have Mr. John Bosco in the studio. He will be discussing the first topic with me. But like I do on every other program, first we have our rules and regulations. We know I don't have to state that anymore. And I'm going to have the number on the screen, the WhatsApp number, so the calls can keep coming in. This week, so far so good. Over a period of days, we have had several interesting topics to discuss, or several interesting topics that have been trending the airwaves. Yes. First of all, is the first topic. The first topic of the day is Oshiomhole mocks Obaseki governor. Okay, let me put it this way, because I like to, every time I talk, I like to address folks as they have earned it. Yes, Senator, the current Senator Oshiomhole mocks Governor Obaseki and the First Lady over childlessness, says they don't have love for children. That is the first topic of the day. The second is I will build on foundations laid by Governor Obaseki, says Barrister Ighodalo, the PDP gubernatorial candidate. The third topic for today is you lack the faintest idea of what or how to run a government. Edo State government slams Barrister Olumide Akpata. Senator Okpebholo promised interest-free loans for Edo traders. These are the topics trending over the past few days across the political space in Edo State. However, I have some other news that has been trending nationwide. Today, there was a breaking news that the Nigerian police, have declared a Briton and a Nigerian by the names of Wine Andrew Martin, 69, a British, and Lucky Ehisobia, 41, from Edo State, Nigeria. They have been declared wanted by the Nigerian police for attempting to overthrow Tinubu. This is a shocking story. I don't know how the details or where it erupted from, but these are the stories we have on the dailies. A very serious one. Petrol scarcity set to worsen as NNPCL is such a magnanimous amount. Petrol scarcity set to worsen as NNPC admits $6 billion debt. Lastly, a Canadian Nigerian woman by the name of Amaka Sonberger, who has threatened to poison the Yoruba and Benin people that she comes across, or that she has threatened over a social media platform, threatening and advising her colleagues or friends or her group members to attack Benin and Yoruba citizens across the globe. She has been arrested yesterday and she has been charged to court today. Well, these are the trending stories within the Edo political scene and the international scene in Edo, in Nigeria. There's more, but I'm just speaking this few because there's a viral video that's been going on and about, and the video is about 2 military vehicles that have been abandoned or seized by a certain military group somewhere in the northern part of Nigeria. Well, yes, I said that's we can't discuss all the news, because there's so much and they're so mind blowing. They're intriguing news. We don't know where to begin. But as it is, let's start with our comrade, the specials, that has been creating reactions all over the media space. You see, the way I come to the studio with the topics, the way I like to discuss the topics, and I come here with or I make the topics with the most reactions. My topic in the studio, I try to do that as I always like to hear firsthand from the people around me. Yes, I know that we have 2 panelists already in the studio, but more people we're expecting more. But when I come here, I like to listen. I like to get reactions from my people first, whether it's from the comment section or from the panelists in the studio or like that. I like to listen because there's a lot of reaction. The First Lady made a statement actually punching below the belt, because in every part of the story, or in every part of the case, yes, we come here to always say what is right. Now, getting the comrade senator's response is what people are reacting to more. Now, I would say, because I don't want to speak like I'm speaking for anyone. I like to hear more reactions from what people think. Thank you guys for being in the studio. Thank you guys for being on the show. We are expecting more. Should I call on Mr. John Bosco first? Mr. John Bosco, are you there with me?
I'm here, sir.
Yes, the last time I didn't give you time. Today, yes, you are here with
me.
Why
I came early. That's why I came early today.
I'm happy you are here with me. You have the floor. I'm happy, yes. You are here early and you have the floor. Nobody's going to interject or interrupt you.
As long as Tupo hasn't come yet.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know you're waiting for him. He'll come. I'll fish him up. But yes, with the way things are, you see, the internet is a very strong place. The internet does everything, but does not forget. That's the most special thing that internet does not do. The internet does not forget. So when people do things around it, it's always I always advise. I'm not saying you should pretend. Try to be as straightforward and pragmatic as you can be, but always put it in your head that even if the people forget, the internet will never forget. So back to the topic. Oshiomole's reaction or responses or Oshiomhole's statements on how do we do it? Should we start from the statement the first lady made on the political candidates? Did she mention any name?
No, she did not mention anybody's name. She just made a comment, as in the only candidates. There are 17 candidates right there.
Yes.
Most of them are married.
Yes.
This is the only person that the wife is campaigning that we have seen. She didn't call anybody's name. It's guilty conscience that is pricking everybody.
No, but from the way it sounded, they said, because I don't want to be biased too. The way it sounded like the other candidates don't have wives, but this is the only.
No, she didn't. I don't think she said the other candidates don't have wife. She said this is the only candidate that we've seen the wife in campaign.
Okay.
Campaign. She never said other candidates don't have wife, and she didn't mention anybody's name.
No, she didn't mention any name. She didn't go straight, but she only spoke about because she was trying to introduce. She was introducing
the Aswe's wife, and that's why she made that comment.
Yes, she was introducing Aswe's wife. She made the comment, and although people, I think from the video reaction that came from her video, people said she didn't do the right thing as well, because she wasn't supposed, like, she actually went below the belt. She
but she didn't call anybody's name.
Yes, no, apparently
she didn't say. If she had said Okpebholo does not have a wife, then we understand that she was going directly to one particular person.
Okpebholo, good. Now this is the question that I haven't asked, but I have thought about, and I said I was going to ask again a general question. How would I put it? Is actually does he? The Senator Okpebholo, that is the APC candidate, how would I rephrase this? God forgive me. People, just a simple question: is he married? Because I remember, yes, there was some weeks ago he had his kids come to the podium, or they were on the campaign trail and they made statements. I think 2 or 3 of his kids were there. What about his wife? Was the wife present? Is he married? These are the things when people complain about not knowing. It is not trying to buy into people's personal. They're not trying to buy into people's personal business. We only do this because we want to. It is best that our candidates are known. It is best that our candidates are known by their people. A lot of people don't know. Majority of these candidates until now. I think the most popular of all them was was Olumide Akpata, because he was very active in the NSAS. Yes, NSAS protest. Yes, he was one of those people that
NBA chairman. They know him when he campaigned as NBA chairman.
He was he was NBA chair president. Then at the presidential election, he was very vocal and he was out there. Mr. Augustine, sorry, I don't know why your device is not connecting. I'm going to take you out. Okay, your device is now. So he was, I think apparently he's one of the most public of them all, all the candidates. Yes. So he was. What I am trying to say is this.
Gigi, you're echoing. Your voice is
going. Yes, because Mr. Augustine had his mic open.
Okay.
Yes. So the reason is we need to know our candidates. I'm not here to pick on anybody. I'm not here to specify. We are supposed to say, okay, my candidate is Mr. John Bosco. He's married to, he's a Muslim. He has 2 wives, 6 children. He went to Board of It, Uniben, worked with John Bosco and co-firms. He's an engineer. He's from Benin City. Those are the information we are supposed to know about every candidate. That's how elections are. That's how it is. But when you have people not knowing where your candidate has been all his life, or they say he's a Lagos boy, or they come and say he's a pastor, or they come and they say he just came in from Canada, or somebody says he's a senator and say he's a senator. How come we didn't know? Yes, he was a senator when they come to say he was upper reporters. They would all say he was the upper reporters PA. His name is Obizo J. But they don't know where he's from. Those are the little things that matter. Those are the things we talk about. There's supposed to be a KYC on these election boards. Just know your candidate. A KYC. Everybody's supposed to be able to go into a debate or an election or a question and answer and say, where is your candidate from? My candidate is from here. He has 6 kids. He's married. His children are these 4 boys, 3 girls. He was married once. Come on. Those are the things you're supposed to know about our candidates. But when you come and you say, is he married? Oh, was he? Are we going to have ghosts governing us? Well, I'm not here for the lecture. I'm not here to talk much. I'm here to discuss and get reactions on the Oshiomhole mocking the Obasekis over childlessness. What is your reaction to it, Mr. John Bosco?
Well, I will start from how the whole thing started. From good day, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching or listening.
Mr. John Bosco, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Moderator, I don't know if we can just play the clip, because it's very important before we even discuss anything. Let's hear what the party said, because what I found out is people just jump into this narrative or into these conversations without even listening to what was said by the her and what was said by the he. So I don't know. Is it possible for us to even hear what?
Yes. Do we have? Can we share the clip? And I hope I don't know how. Can I? If I play it from YouTube, I don't know if you guys can hear it, because I can. I think I can do that. Let us.
Yeah, you can just put your mic to your speaker so we hear what was said, and then we can actually talk on it. Thank you. Sorry for interjecting, but I just thought that would be the best way.
Yes. Okay. That is a good one. I didn't plan for it. Let us see where I have the video here of what Oshiomhole speaking. Let me see of the video of Obaseki's wife. I don't like to say Obasa. I like to call them with respect. I don't like to say Oshiomhole. I'm not one of those people that say Oshiomhole, Obaseki. I like the amnistas. Sorry, I'm trying to do a search.
Okay, let me see if this is audible enough. I don't know, but let me try and see if I can play something on my end.
Candidate has no wife.
No, let us. I think let us not go with it. Let us not go with your Oshiomhole part first. Let us go to what she said before we go to what he said.
Yes.
So yes, so let's bring out the video of Obaseki's wife.
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear.
Let me restart.
Okay. Has it been yanked? Okay. Has it been yanked? Okay, I think. Has it been yanked off the internet? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, I think I got it. But this is quite lengthy.
Hello?
I think DJ is having some technical
Jay, can you
issues.
hear us?
What? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
No, I think it's good. Okay. I think I'm here now. All the candidates when they contest election, now only one get wife. All the candidates when they contest election, now only one get wife. That is not a fact. Only after Ighodalo then get wife. Now why believe? Okay, we have heard what she said. Out of all the candidates, now only Aswe gets wife. That is not a fact. That is not a fact. Because there are 17 candidates, on the 16 of them are men and one female. That's why Ighodalo is not the only candidate with a wife. Okay, those are now. Are we going to, should we play the other clip before we make reactions to her, or let's go to the king himself that has spoken? Now this is going to be yes, this is well, I'm not going to listen to. We are not going to listen to further. We have heard what Oshiomhole has said, and a lot of people use a lot of words reacting to what Oshiomhole said. Some people even said it's a sacrilege. It's a sacrilege on humanity. Or yes, who is yes? So also good.
Sorry, I want to ask a question. You said what she said is not a fact. What is the fact? Have you seen the other people's wives?
There are 17 of them. 17 candidates. There are 17 candidates on the polls, right? And good. One is a woman. 16 of them are men. It is impossible that they have 16 men and one of them is married. It's impossible. Let us just, we don't need facts. We don't need to start doing fact checking. So you understand? I'm not talking about, because sometimes I always come to the show to ask, are these people the only candidates? They're not the only. Oshipo has a wife as well.
Yeah, Zayosipo is married. Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's even a lady there.
no, the pastor. Yeah, there's another female candidate. No, the pastor, what's his name? Not Isaiah people.
The NMPP candidate.
Azena.
Azena.
No, we're not going to. I'm not hitting back at her. I'm just saying. But I know how we campaign is because when we talk now, every day when we come here, we talk about APC, PDP, and the Labour Party. These are the people that shine most. So if people want to say, I know what, whether we like it or not, the governor's wife was throwing punches at certain animals. We knew the people she was hitting at. And people have said it mockingly in the past or jokingly to ask, where are their wives? That was probably how she heard or she found out. Which is, let us not call a spade a spade. Are they married? Where are their wives? Because these are the things that we are not speaking. It's not Obaseki's wife talking now. This is Edo people asking.
Questions they've been asking for a long time.
Where are the candidates' wives? We know the Labour Party got married before he emerged as a chairman of or president of NBA. I knew it was this beautiful lady. They did it in I think in Nigeria and the other part overseas. Yes, he did.
No, they did everything in Nigeria. I think they did
everything. Was in Nigeria?
Yeah,
I think they did
everything.
No.
Country. I think in Morocco or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the traditional wedding, the traditional one was in Benin also.
The traditional one in Nigeria, where they had this white and Edo attire.
Yes.
We saw it. It was everywhere. That was even part of a lot of things that propelled his fame. But our senator, because Oshiomhole is here busy campaigning for himself.
As if he's the candidate. Maybe Oshiomhole is the candidate.
Oshiomhole has his own wife. He has a paper left at home that he will go to after making all this, singing all the songs with all the microphones. He has a wife that we all know. So before he comes out to say such a statement, questions are said, is it a wrong question to ask? Or why, or what is the story to it? That is my own take. So, but it's not for me to speak.
And DG, even if the first lady was wrong by you calling out, let's say she called Okpebholo out, Oshiomhole is an elder statesman. All he needed to do was to come out and say, First Lady of Edo State, you are bigger than this for saying such a thing. The man has his children or blah, blah, blah. You don't go to that. You don't go that extent to call a woman barren. Even Oshiomhole is talking. He's been married to a white woman for the past how many years? They don't have kids. They didn't even adopt. You know?
He said maybe it's an arranged marriage.
No. He said
Oshiomhole is a case anyways.
So what I'm saying is that did you remember that the Prime Minister of UK, Theresa May, some parliamentarian called her barren, and the man was removed from office. Even in America right now, the Republican vice presidential candidate called childless women cat ladies, and he's having a lot of backlash. You don't use childlessness to mock somebody, especially an elder statesman like Oshiomhole. Why don't you allow Okpebholo to reply the lady if he felt that the woman was talking about Okpebholo? He's an elder, and Oshiomhole behaves like an Urobo man. When they see sardine, they start no insult to Urobo people, because when there's a microphone in front of Oshiomhole, he destroys people's character. He has done it to
I think Oshiomhole has never met his match, or he has been allowed to speak, and he thinks he's one of the best.
Yeah, but the thing is that
he has never met his match.
Not that he has never met his match.
No, he has never met his match.
No, Danobi did that to him in 2020 when he was singing that Osho Maro Yibo, Osho carry money Maro Yibo, Oyibo run away, Osho they cry. And when Danobi started singing that song, Oshiomhole did not come out again. And as an elder, he's not the only governor that has come out of Edo State. Lucky Ighodalo is there. Oyegu is there. Senator Professor Osumbo is there. They never come out to say this kind of things. It's for crying out loud. If you're not insulting Izeyamu, calling him a criminal at pastor in the day, an armed robber in the night, these are people's parents, fathers, husbands. You damage them not even politically, in every ramification. Yeah, let's say the first lady, what she did, actually, she didn't even call anybody's name. She just made a comment, and Oshiomhole came out. I mean, there's a way Oshiomhole would have handled it better. As I'm not that he has been friends. Obaseki.
Why should Oshiomhole? My only question is, what is Oshiomhole's concern to this? He's not supposed to handle it. Nobody has made any remark to Oshiomhole. Obaseki's wife has made her statement. Why is Oshiomhole being the defendant of the? It's not. I don't think it. He has no business talking about it. This is women talk because a woman was introducing another woman talking about other women. It's not funny. Oshiomhole is a lady to me from coming to make this statement. That's a female senator that we have. For him to go this far, trying to want to throw punches at or with.
And even as much as Obaseki was Oshiomhole's best man at his own wedding when he married that his Oyibo wife. Obaseki was his best man. So you know that him and Obaseki's wife and Oshiomhole, they have kind of relationship. It shows you the kind of human being Oshiomhole is. The same thing he did to Izeyamu. Izeyamu was his SSG when he was governor. And look at the kind of things he said about Izeyamu. Destroyed Izeyamu's image.
But apparently, I would say he sees this as politics.
No, yes, I agree. It's politics, but there's some certain things.
That's why I say for him, he probably has not met his match because people will be like, don't talk. Oshiomhole will just yab you, and everybody will make you because he has called out names that has been left in the dirt. A lot of names have been called and they were left in the dirt. You know what I mean? Yes.
But there are a lot
that's
of things.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier, that the internet does not forget, even if people forget. And if we go back to those things, we will realize that the things Oshiomhole said about certain people are still in record. They are still out there. You can easily source them out.
And you can still play some tips. You can still play some tips about Shaibu calling Oshiomhole things.
That's why I said the internet does not lie. So we all have to be very mindful, whether it's Oshiomhole or his Opa reporters or his Channels TV. People must be mindful of the things that they say.
And always remember there's life after politics. It's not
I don't know. Some people don't see it. I think some people can say, I would go and say these things in camera. As long I don't care if there's life anywhere, I need the money after politics. You give me 1 billion, I'll go and fight your war. I'll pay things anytime. I'll pay the media to come to me to talk gibberish so that I can go viral, so we can be in front, so they can say I'm a victor. I think some people think that way. But in all that matters, it's what I want to do here, get reaction. Thank you, John Bosco, for your reaction. I have to go to the next person. Mr. Augustine, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here with you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, I'd like you to give me good day. Give me your reaction on this.
Good evening, everybody. Please, I know verse will say I interrupt when you were saying something.
No. Okay. Not at all.
Okay. My whole contribution goes this way. You know, in our place where we come from, you can mock somebody, even with wife, with motors, with everything, but you don't mock anybody with a child, because that comes from God. It's forbidden. Because of we don't have culture, we don't have anything, all those things. That is the reason of all those things. Because if you look at it, okay, the woman said something. Let's assume it was directly to Monday Okpebholo. Oshiomhole is not Monday Okpebholo. He's not the one on the ballot. Why will he be the one responding? That's the problem. That is just my own thinking. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I just leave it there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Augustine. Yes, like I said earlier on, people use the word sacrilege. They said it's sacrilegious for a man to make such a statement because it's not. I don't. People actually get married. They after marriage, they like to procreate, but you cannot judge a man because of his inability to procreate. Some people do it, or some people do it willingly, but most people get married because they want to have children, have a family. So if a person does not have a family, usually it against the person can be called a taboo in certain places. Yes. But it's a choice. Some people don't want to get married. That is, so you can say, okay, yes, I've been married before I have kids. My wife, I'm a widow or whatever, or I got divorced, which is no big deal, especially in certain parts of the world. That's I understand that. But talking about childlessness is not gentle. Well, I want to get more reactions from the people around me. Mr. Osa, are you there with us? Can you unmute yourself and make... Yes, Mr. Tukbo, I will get across to you as time comes. Are you in a hurry, Mr. Tukbo?
I thought you were calling me.
Mr. Tukbo, are you in a hurry? No. I said Mr. Osa.
No, allow Mr. Tukbo to go ahead. Let him speak.
No.
Okay, you are yielding.
Osa, continue.
Mr. Tukbo is yielding for Mr. Osa. Mr. Osa is yielding for Mr. Tukbo. Okay, the two of them have yielded. Mr. Uyi, are you there? Mr. Uyi, are you there? There are comments coming in.
Sorry. I'm just I'm outside, so it's noisy here. So I can't really talk here.
Okay, as it is, since everybody has yielded, I'm going to give my final submission on the topic and we'll move forward. Okay, I think I have a caller. Caller, are you there? Good evening, caller. Please say your name, tell us where you're calling from, and give us your submission.
Yeah, my name is Eddie. I'm calling from Italy.
Eddie, Italy, thank you. Please, what is your submission on the matter at stake?
Yeah, my submission is just simple. The context, I don't really comfortable why some people try to put it for settlement regard to prophetic issue. It's a comment. Hello, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. The settlement says, I was telling you, there's one kind of umbrella but someone does not have the right to reply Mrs. Obaseki regards that it's not the one that's from the ballot. Mrs. Obaseki is also the one that's on the ballot.
That's true, so.
If I could do that, the last person that made that statement, I would have said that family does not have that right. You should wait for your mayor to retire him. That's candidate to candidate. But with nothing to start. There's no candidate. That and Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole have more say in a situation from this. I can say I think okay. Mr. Obaseki is also from Edo State, right? Because our husband is from Edo State. That's fine. But if you know that you cannot stand the heat and the kitchen, you started it first. There's a people there that have like I said that he had a wife. He want to also come out that I go and what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that the husband doesn't have a wife? Those people, they are silent because Oshiomhole has speak for them. So those people do not come out to come and attack her. We actually protect everybody, the rest of them. It's not right. I'm not looking about talking about tradition. When the husband was so refused, when he refused to respect the tradition, they are not part of the tradition. They are empty. The Lagos people. Because if you really respect the tradition of the land that you are governed, you can apply the tradition to this instance. But the tradition is not there because there's no respect to tradition. You understand? The way that's how you get it. People are that. Say somebody like wrong, they want. It's the same thing, just like you say the star at the Gucci conference. It's not the same thing.
Understand? Let me say, I can hear you clearly.
It's not the same thing. It's not a charity. Someone wants to take that even having a microphone to start campaigning for when the husband is there. Did you see somebody right on that photo? No. That's an assumption. And if you go more than the best wage, if you move more than the position that is supposed to operate on. And look at the other thing. He said that boy was a organizer. That's a letter. He said that boy. A man that boy was a organizer. A man that had 2 children. He said it's a boy. It's a organizer. That's a great thing. Understand? And not you are rejecting the tradition of the Pili tradition. That is how our hero that created the mode. Look at the way the tradition has been. Look at everything. You know, we are very common in our own tradition as a Pili empire. But this the government is trying to break down. If you don't do that at all, you don't say anything to your husband that you know you are doing this empire that lasted over 1,000 years. You are not to reduce it. But what is our job? Get shape and recognition. We are with the times. We are not. You are just not. If you don't go there, it's stress is a problem. Maybe you get it out there. You also receive it. It's as simple as that. I don't do Oshiomhole. It's what you get. It's what you give up. It's just what you get. It's as simple as that. That's my submission, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mr. Eddie from Italy. Mr. Eddie has given us his submission. He said it's tit for tat. It's a blow for a punch for a punch. If you want to fight a pig, you have to get ready to get into the mud. So his own submission is Oshiomhole is not wrong. He has come out to say it as he wants to say it. Yes, whether he's not representing or not, or whether the question is directed to him or not. There's nothing wrong in what Oshiomhole has said. Well, that is for that. Mr. Heidi from Italy, thank you very much. We appreciate your submission on that topic. Yes, before I make my submission, I want to ask if Mr. Olsa, you still want to say something? Because Mr. Tupo has left the studio. Do you still want to say something on this matter?
Well, I think listening to what everyone has said and listening to the court of public opinion, it's clear that there is no one, everyone has got his or her own opinion on the matter. Those that would say Oshiomhole is wrong are there. Those that would say Oshiomhole is right for responding are there. I think there's really no what's the word now? No right or wrong in politics. However, if you look at where we're coming from on the moral ground, I think it's not very nice to call a woman barren. On that front, or on that note, I think that is, too far. But it is a bit okay to say and if you listen to what we listen to, he said of all the candidates, now only this one get wife. Of course, one can look at that as she's trying to prop the wife of the PDP candidate, and it was more of from my looking at it from a neutral perspective, My view was more of an introduction and trying to what's the word now? When you try to hail someone, you try to say, now let she be the woman where they house, now let she be the correct person. I think that's perhaps the angle she's coming from. And again, if you know the person of Betsy, I don't think she's a callous person that would go ahead and make such demeaning statements. Like football, a footballer can go into a tackle and the opponent comes out worse off. But if you know the person's history and his temperament, you know that it didn't really mean such tackle; it just happened. And if you take that into this scenario, is she the type that talks anyhow? I would say no. We don't even know. This is one of the times I've even heard that talk for more than 2 minutes. And putting everything into context, I don't think she really meant to demean anybody. Perhaps she was just trying to prop up the person of the PDP the wife of the PDP candidate. But for our comrade senator to come out and just what he said, and based on what he has been saying, taking into account what he has said in the past years, one can tell that he came out with a double barrel. That's the way I see it. Putting their character, because character matters as well. When someone says something, you look at the person's history, look at the person's character. What do they mean by that? Are they capable of saying, are they the type that capable of saying such things? Have they said such things in the past? And all that come into play for us to make a sound judgment. I'm not saying that Betsy did great if what she meant was to injure the candidate of the APC. That's not nice. But looking at her character, I think she was just trying to big up the PDP, the wife of the PDP candidate. Of course, we know our comrade senator has used words to kill not just 1, 2, 3 persons' career in the past. So I think his was below the belt. That's the way I put it. And he's a man. You don't go fighting women with words. No, we don't do that in Edo State. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your submission, Mr. Osa. You have given us your own version or your own opinion. Thank you very much. Mr. Tupo just came back to the studio. Probably I want to hear his own version or his own submission as well, so we can move to the next topic. Mr. Tupo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
At the roundabout.
Okay, please, can you give us your submission so that we can finalize on that topic? Thank you.
The topic of what exactly?
Of the comrade senator and the wife of the governor of Edo State. The statements made by both parties. Yes.
Well, like I've seen some write-up that said those who live in glass house do not throw stones. You understand? So if we go by that, there's a saying that every action requires an equal opposite reaction. When you use the word equal opposite, it means that if you slap me, I will come and blow you. And if you blow me, I will come and stab you. And if I stab you, you will come and shoot me. So it means that the gbasgbos keeps increasing. It's not that you give me a slap, I give you a slap. It requires an equal opposite reaction. So the reaction was not supposed to be meted as the same way that the woman had put her own reaction. So it was a reaction that needed to go higher. And in politics, they say all is fair. You get, this is politics. And if Oshiomhole is saying all he's saying it on behalf of his party. He's not saying it on behalf of himself. If the woman, the first lady has said what she's saying it on behalf of her party. So I believe, like it is said, all is fair. Well, so I know Mr. John Bosco was trying to say, why should he say that? And you, moderator, collaborated in by saying those kind of statements. Oshiomhole is doing this and that. No, it's not about Oshiomhole. You are trying to single out his personality. This is politics.
Yeah, because he spoke. Oshiomhole is not supposed to speak. Oshiomhole is a shameless man to be responding to women.
This is where I
Yes, that's where you come to me, yes, because I'm saying it. I'm saying we cannot continue to allow village idiots.
And the same thing can be said about
They don't continue to allow village
this is where the
idiots.
problem is. When I'm talking, everybody
No,
jumping.
No, nobody will jump
Yeah,
in.
but you
Nobody
called my
will
name
jump
now.
in.
You called my name. You called
John Bosco. Nobody called your name.
He said John Bosco
John
and
Bosco.
Gigi. You called my name.
You can John Bosco. Nobody called your name.
No, he said John Bosco and Gigi. What we said. He called our name.
But I didn't tell you to respond.
Yes, now that was what he said.
I'm
now.
only giving a submission. Then if you're
Okay, so give your submission.
You can now come in. So when you call people village idiots or whatever, I don't understand. Are you classifying that everybody that lives in the rural area of Nigeria are now idiots? Because when you call the word village, it means you are trying to identify them as low class people.
No,
so these are the things we should be careless. We should be careful about. Not just getting excited because of politics and classify a generality of people dull or stupid because they live in a certain area.
But you do the same thing. But you do the same thing yourself. You insult people. That
John
people
Bosco,
just come here and make comments.
John Bosco, please. The village idiot is not a derogatory statement on people that live in villages.
It's a derogatory statement to the totally.
Listen now, it's an English term. I'm educating you now. There's a line called, or a statement called a village idiot. It's not for a person that is ignorant and stupid. It doesn't mean the person lives in the village.
Thank you for the education.
The person that does an ignoramus is a village idiot. And the current senator, without I'm not disrespecting him, he shows tendencies of someone that can be given such a name.
No. He doesn't show any tendency.
My opinion. I've said it before and I'll say it again.
He doesn't show tendency. But I think as a moderator, your opinion should be
no. See, as a human being, I have my submissions. But
if you want to have a submission, you have to.
I cannot say because I'm a moderator, I'll see someone that I'll see an ignoramus and I'll applaud him because I'm a moderator. When I see an ignorant person, I'll say it as it is.
Calm down.
If I'm ignorant to, I want people to educate me.
Calm down. If you have a right to your opinion. I know that during the course of the election, you will also vote.
No, not election. It's not by election now. I'm using the term. I'm trying to educate you on the word I used.
I said I've been educated. Doesn't mean I cannot continue to produce my.
No, go ahead.
Now I'm educated about who what you said. So, but like I said, if you have an opinion about something, you have various handles where you can put it out there. I remember you have one called DJ Wicked. It's on Instagram. You can put it there and we can view it. But as a panelist, where you have to give us a platform where we can air our views, you must show neutrality to ensure that you are not going to.
You are the judge. You are the judge of panelism, where people must. I must argue with you. No, you cannot. No. It's like, what are the rules? You write the rules.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't write it, but I cannot come to the show and be arguing with you. You
are not arguing with me. You are telling me what to do.
Your opinion, I need to come and contend with. Then I will come.
No. I mean, it's not my opinion. Honestly, it's not my opinion. But you are telling me you come to the show to tell me what to do. No.
I cannot.
You giving me the rules.
I am only saying that in the system or the professionalism of journalism.
No, don't forget about professionalism, my brother. I've told you the last time. The last time you said something about Akpata. Leave those parts. Just give us a solution.
So right now, there is no way, no classification on how to place Senator Adams Oshiomhole as a village man. He is not a village man. This is politics. If somebody should come out and say that only this one get husband, I will also classify it as a village statement. But I don't want to classify it as a village statement because the village people themselves have their own level of education and understanding. And a village man can use parable to teach a young child from the age of 5 to 50 years and he will not make a mistake. So they are very educated at their own level of living in the rural areas. More educated and more purposeful, with better understanding of life than some people who live in the cities with big degrees. So let us not go by that way. What we are talking now is the statements that were made. The statement, like I said, those who live in glass house do not throw stones. The statement Oshiomhole responded to was an equal opposite reaction, and it is highly carried in the same on the scheme of politics. You understand? So it has nothing to do with personality or anything. I know they're going to be back and forth of all these statements that are flying around. It is all going to end on the 21st. By that time, a government that will come up will now be a government for the people, by the people, of the people. It's not going to be a government for APC, neither a government for PDP. It must be the government for the people. So the mentality that some people are carrying of a winner take all thing, as if PDP win out, the APC people will suffer, or if APC win, all the PDP people will suffer. No, it's not like that. We are only just seeking for who will govern us, and all of us have a perspective of how we judge the people who are running for this election. Some might say that, oh, we need somebody who is educated. Some will say somebody with empathy. Some depends on how, but when you base it on education, it depends on the level of education we're talking about. The man who understands how to mix cement and mold block and build a house has his own level of education, because at that level of building a house, he's educated. He probably went to a training of 3 months, 3 years or there to under a master before he could graduate. So the way we judge our education, if you go by using school, 4 walls of school, it only matters to you. That education is your personal own. It's not our own. What matters to us is what you do. It's what you do. That's what's important. So if we put it on that scale, maybe we'll judge our candidates, and then come September 21st, those with voters card who I believe the APC candidate is talking to, we come and vote. Because if you look in the recent times, some like 5 political parties have collapsed their structure to work with APC, and that shows that there's a negotiation going on, and that negotiation means that the candidate is talking to people and winning votes. It has nothing to do with buying or paying. It has to do with how you interact. That's what happens. We saw it in US when one of the Kennedy families contesting on the platform of that independent candidate, or how to call it in US, decided to close his own campaign and put his weight behind Trump. So
because his campaign was going nowhere.
I don't know where he's going to. I didn't say where.
Going nowhere.
I'm not the judge to judge.
Kennedy's campaign was going nowhere, and that's why he's looking for political appointments.
So that's my submission, Mr. Conjector.
Come and tell us that Kennedy collapsed.
Mr. Dobosco, I don't know why you always disturbing Mr. Tupo. Why are you always
He likes to disturb me too. So I will disturb him.
Yes, Mr. Tupo, I thank you for your submission. Even though the submission that you gave got me completely confused. They're talking about the parties collapsing to get into structure. It has nothing to do with the topic we have said. Good, you get to give us responses of the opposite reaction and all that.
No,
And,
I just try to broaden the discussion so that
yes, and again, you talked about
politics itself is a game, and things happen within the political sphere. That's all. After the politics is over, everybody will come to the same
okay
and go to.
And secondly, I don't judge people based on their educational standards. Not all fingers are not equal. I don't have a master's degree. I have a lot of friends that have master's degree. I don't.
Yeah, so
I don't use that as a. I only judge people by their utterances, by their etiquette, by their ability to communicate. And lastly, the word village idiot has nothing to do with the village. It has nothing to do with the village. When I say a village idiot, it doesn't mean a person that lives in a village. No. You can be a president of a country and they will still be a village idiot. It's a person that lacks substance. An ignoramus is a village idiot. And how a person that can come and, because you have the ability or the leverage or the powers to hold high standards, and you can come to television where 1 million people are watching you and you just spew anything that comes out of your mouth, thinking you are untouchable. That's an ignoramus. And that is where the line, village, you can Google it, or you can find
No,
it.
Mr.
Village idiot that I
Moderator,
use. The word village idiot I
if you
use.
go by Google,
Yes.
which somebody posted stereotypically and all those kind of statements, it doesn't have anything to do with a man's campaigning. This is campaign.
It's not campaigning. When you want to campaign, you come and tell us about the lies
You
you
cannot tell
want
me
to
that
promise
it's not
us.
campaign. You cannot show the process by which you should campaign. It's election seasons, and
No.
the lady said something on campaign stage.
Oshiomhole has come again. Oshiomhole today carried in the campaign trail, talked about Obaseki is in the office talking this. He should come and bring his boy. He should come and bring his boy. His boy should come and take him to a kiosker. He should come and talk to the woman who they arrested and find this thing.
I remember when the governor.
I don't know how you guys feel comfortable having such a man
What you are saying
leading you guys. I don't know.
Mr. Moderator,
it's not sentiment. It's just
not sentimental.
Sad.
This is campaign.
It's sad.
Campaign.
It's sad. We cannot have village idiots leading us.
Hold on.
We cannot. I say it again and again. It is high time Nigerians stop. Nigerians
it's clear that you are
having ignorant people becoming their leaders. It is high time.
You leave it for a discussion.
No. It is high time. We have to stop. If we don't stop having ignorant people as leaders, they will keep doing this forever till we die.
What do you define as ignorant people?
A person who is ignorant.
Somebody, let me give
you want me to call him stupid?
An irresponsible person is a man who, at the age
No. We don't want irresponsible. Are they responsible? They're not responsible. You because they have access to
what I want to say. You need to hear what I want to say. An irresponsible man is a man who, at the age of 60 or 50 and above, does not have a voter's card, but still talks about politics and contests in an election where he doesn't even have it.
Tubo, stop saying what you stop saying what is not right on the internet. Stop saying what is not right on the internet. This thing is being recorded.
You are the one saying what is not right. You just call somebody a village because he's campaigning. Why? Because he should
it's not campaign. Campaign is talking about issues.
That's what you need to do.
No.
Create something in your head.
You have to be. See, try to be honest with yourself.
If I'm campaigning against you,
let us not talk.
You don't need to think that I will say what will please you.
Let us not talk as politicians. Let's discuss as friends. Let us not discuss as
what we are doing, but you are trying to take the argument
in a campaign. Issues are being talked about in a campaign. You can take today in a campaign. In every campaign, issues are being talked about, not gossip. You don't gossip and say you're campaigning. You don't go and start talking trash and say you are campaigning.
I'm taking this thing personal. If you are supporting
I'm not.
You are the one taking it personal.
We are educating ourselves. We are discussing
our friends. Saying that the man is talking trash.
I am not saying. No. Listen now. Let us get it right. Let us get.
Well, I'm not telling you now. Have I told you now that the first lady spoke trash? No, I can't say that. It's not my duty to say. I can only say that. Reactions.
I'm not talking about what. I'm not talking about what Oshiomhole. I'm not talking about what Oshiomhole said. Oshiomhole's submission on the first lady was a personal interview. It wasn't in the podium. It wasn't on the deck. It wasn't talking to a
God bless you for that.
He was talking on a personal interview. I don't call that campaign.
What do you call campaign?
I don't get carried away. No, because I don't get carried away for politics. That's why those days I never used to indulge.
Narrative. That's campaign.
No, I never used to indulge, but this time around, it don't pass my bone. I'll come, I'll talk. I'll put my face, I'll talk. Because we have to say it as it is. We have to just, that's the simple thing. It can hurt, it can be pain to the ear. You might not like it, I might not like it. But let us just say it as it is.
Moderator, if we want to say it as it is, it's not the way you are saying it.
Oshiomhole coming to the interview is not campaigning. Only him standing, only that might be in the comfort of his home. I don't know where it was.
But
But it's okay.
you see, we all.
I am only talking about now. You are saying the man is campaigning. You are coming to defend him that is campaigning.
Hold on now.
When you want to, no, let me educate you. Yeah, let me educate now. When you are campaigning, if I want to campaign now, if I want to campaign for my father,
Mr. Moderator, we cannot define how people should campaign. The way Mr. Oshiomhole will
you want to define how a moderator talks in a show.
Thank you, but you don't want to come. You don't want to
I thank you for your submission. Thank you for your submission.
As a moderator, you have a
as a former governor and senator, Oshiomhole should.
You are missing this thing. Let me your show now. Can't I talk in your show?
Why not talk about
let me respond to what you are
giving me the rules for him.
No, I'm not giving you the rules. You have already gone past that. We can move on. You are still stretching on Oshiomhole.
No, I'm not telling you.
There are different ways people have say the way they campaign.
How many hours do you want to talk, sir?
Let me talk.
I like to put the talk.
Moderator, continue talk.
Why you won't give it to both stress? We are here.
No, it's true. How many hours do I really need to talk? It's just
we have time. We are talking about brothers.
The studio, so they can still.
After this, we'll go to the next topic.
I will not compare the way Kabaka will campaign to the way maybe somebody else, maybe somebody from the commission, one of the commissioners will campaign. They have different ways of campaign, but that will not say because Kabaka is campaigning the way he's campaigning means he's a stupid man. No, everybody knows their level of campaigning and the way they speak, but it's all going to be on the same.
And Tupo, you know the level between Kabaka and Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole is an elder statesman. Everybody knows who Kabaka is. So if Kabaka says some kind of thing when he's campaigning, people will look at him as Kabaka, not Oshiomhole.
Do you know the person of the first lady, the capacity of the first lady? She was one time the DG for Bank of Industry, a woman with very good, reputable character. But when she stoops so low,
she has a reputable character.
Doesn't have a wife. That means you are.
Please, can I observe?
She did not call anybody's name.
Can I observe?
You avoid some statements.
Can I observe? Please, can I observe?
Go ahead.
What was this statement that she made? Because there's something that is funny. We listened to the statement, and in all honesty, she did not mention one person's name. So I'm still trying to figure out if I come to this show now and I say everyone in this show, Junior is the only one that is a graduate. What does that mean? What does that mean? And I'm hailing Junior. It means Junior is the only one that is a graduate.
You are praising somebody. But no. For me, the statement is below the belt. Because if it's not fact, it's not fact. Good.
Well, yes.
Okay,
so
for
me,
I said it earlier, that's below the belt.
Moderator, you said it's below the belt because it's not fact. That means it's
the question reality.
So now let's look at that. Let's explain what she said first.
The his wife.
Who?
Let us answer. Let us say the truth. Okay, let us ask the question. KYC, know your candidate. The ABC candidate. Why is his wife?
You know, Mr. Moderator.
No.
Mr. Moderator, what?
Mr.
Moderator,
where is his wife?
What Osa said? What Barrister Osa said? Yes, the person of the first lady did not mention anybody's name. You understand? I doubt if I heard Mrs. Betty Obaseki from Oshiomhole, but I know I heard first lady. So if it's about name, but then I don't want to.
What do you say, sir? Are you kidding me, or you are just saying?
Oshiomhole said the wife of the governor of Edo State, Obaseki's wife. He called names.
You cannot take it away from me now. Just the same way you cannot take Oshiomhole from me. But the reality, like I said, Oshiomhole.
I think we need to move on from this.
We need to move on from here.
Move on. It's just like that. He can never change.
At all.
Let me round up, moderator. First and foremost, I know we're on a platform. The mentality that we have, that some people will say, I saw somebody wrote a message. Why am I like this? So I should, as I am now, be supporting somebody like this. That does try to make me. That doesn't make me a man. Is it because I'm a party member? You know this.
Who said that?
Who said
that?
Hold on. Let me just finish. It doesn't matter. This mentality of trying to put somebody's personality into the discussion, it makes me laugh. I must not support your candidate. I have my candidate. I don't criticize or curse anybody. I can only speak for my candidate. Your candidate is not better than my candidate. It is the voters' card that will determine.
But nobody asks you to support anybody's candidate.
Let us help him. Let him finish, please.
Let me finish. It is your voters' card that will determine. It's democracy. If you feel my candidate is not good enough and you have the majority, then you will win the election. That is how it is done. Stop trying to tell me how I should talk, how I should not talk, the way I talk. Why should I even think like that? Are you better than me? Is it because you are supporting a candidate means you are better than me? That's a mentality we must change. We must accept each other's opinion because it's about Edo State. It's not about us. I'm not on the ballot. The candidates who have become candidates went through a process. If we feel that we are not okay with the candidates, we should go through the same process. Maybe we do, then we'll be talking about you and finding a way to vote you. But as it stands now, we have candidates and everybody has the right to their own opinion. When it comes to any first, those who can vote should go and vote. Thank you.
Tupo, please look at the mirror when you are making such a statement.
Thank you very much.
This is the problem.
John Bosco, why you have to leave Tupo alone?
Can't I have my own opinion?
Because what Tupo just said now, what Tupo, yes, he has a right. Moderator, I'm not saying he doesn't have the right. Listen, I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to make his submission. But everything he just said now, you should look at himself in the mirror, because that's what he says about people. That people just come here and make bogus statement of what they don't know about. You understand?
See, even if you want to assume I said that, which I know I have not said in the last 1 2
and
months.
I remember on Friday you made it.
Wait, but I will not talk about it. Is that how you are? Is that how you are? Is that how you think? Is that
wait?
So I don't do such.
But that's what you always say, because I remember on Friday.
I don't say that. Please
wait. Now you listen. On Friday,
this program is recorded. Go and check. I don't
I understand.
Insult to people.
Remember on Friday,
I don't talk about your
backstage. Listen now. Listen. On Friday backstage, you made a derogatory comment about people. You said don't allow people to comment to say what they don't know. Just get questions and ask them so that we know those. We separate those from the shaft from the real people. What does that mean? You're talking down on people. That's why I say look at yourself.
You just
in the mirror.
imagine that. I guess you imagined it.
You said that backstage on Friday, and
that is not online, bro. What are you talking about?
But what I'm saying, listen. You said it. You said it online. You said it offline. That means you're talking down on people.
Shoot me in the foot. Like,
no.
What is going on?
No.
Calm down, bro.
That means
guys, please. You see, what I always say, when we come here, let's talk as brothers. Let's talk like we are in our living room having a bottle of whiskey and we are discussing politics. Let's have it that way. That gives us a very comfortable ground. We are not for or against. We are friends. We always remain what we are. Politics will come and go. These political parties will change names. Some of them will even have the last of their lives. Those NRC and SDP, they are no more. APC and PDP now, they are bouncing like balls. They will bounce again and maybe they will bounce off. Or guess what? We will remain here as friends, as brothers, and to tackle issues head on. So let us not go beyond boundaries, please. We know everybody has the strength and they have their focus on what they believe in. I don't blame, I don't go after anybody's supporter. Everybody should have who they support and what they believe in. If you have a supporter, yes.
Moderator, sorry, please, can I just quickly...
So I've seen your hand, Mr. Oyi. I'll give you a minute, please. Everybody, we have all who we support. We have all what we believe in. You don't have to go after anybody's supporter. The best you can do is say, what can your candidate bring for us. Or if you want questions, you ask the supporter politely and like a friend. If I don't know, I ask. Now I don't know. The governor's wife has said something which I believe she went below the belt, 1, and 2, it's not a fact because there are 16 candidates, 16 male. She can't say all of them are not married, apart from 1. But probably she was trying to do the kind of politicking that they do, and that was why she made the statement. Good, I don't find the statement so bad, but I don't find it as a fact. Now, on the other hand, Mr. Defender has come to defend because he's defending his candidate. I'm not going to say there's nothing wrong to defend your candidate, but when you come, you don't say something that sounds like a taboo. That is what people are talking. That's what the reactions are about. So because of Oshomole's reaction is making the woman even sound like a saint. Honestly, that is it. But again, that does not mean you have to go after. Oshiomhole has spoken. It is not the APC candidate that has spoken. So the APC supporters should not be hit on. They should not be attacked for what a man that I have tagged as the village idiot has said. It is not. I'm not disrespecting. I don't disrespect people. I totally don't disrespect people. I only give recourse to a statement that he has made. If a man can say a statement like that on television, it's on YouTube, and what else do? What else? We have to say it as it is. It is not. It's not disrespect. It's not. I'm not being repulsive or disrespectful to him. I'm just saying for you to say such statements, that means this is what you are. Simple. But that is that. Let us stay friends. Let us keep it cool. We have time. We still have almost 1 hour. Let's hear from other people. Mr. Uyi, you have your hand up, please.
Thank you, moderator. I just think that this topic is really diverting us from the main issue because all I've been hearing is Oshiomhole, governor's wife. Both of them, they are not on the ballot. We have how many weeks to election? I think it's just barely 2 weeks to election. We should be talking about the candidates now, the main person on the ballot. Not even. I know that you don't even know if this might just be like Oshiomhole just said this to take that mirror away from
distraction. You mean
to take the mirror away from his candidate, his own candidate. You understand me? So, and he wants the election to be all about him. So, it's a tactics. He's a politician. He needs to. We are very close to election, so he needs to start using everything that he has. That's how I think when Tukpo said it is politics. So I think that's what he's talking about. That it's crunch time now. So so I think we shouldn't fall for that. We shouldn't fall for this. This tactics is to divert our attention from the candidate. Now, this is the time. Now we need to start talking on issues. The candidate, both candidates, all the candidates in the political parties, we need to start talking about them and not Oshiomhole or the governor's wife or whoever is their spokesperson. We need to start talking about the candidates now. That what Oshiomhole said is past. You cannot bring him back. I'm sure maybe at his own quiet time, if he listens to it, he'll say, "Oh, I think I went too far." But it is what it is. We need to really concentrate now, focus on the candidates. Nobody's talking about ASO anymore. Nobody's talking about Okpebholo. They're not talking about Akpata. We're talking about Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole is not on the ballot. Obaseki's wife is not on the ballot. I just think we should move on.
Thank you very much, Mr. Uyi. Thank you. I appreciate that submission. Yes, you have made a point. A good point. Let's talk about candidates. But we have been talking about candidates for the past 50-something episodes, and our candidates are not interesting. They are not interesting. The only things you want to know, want to do the KYC. I tell people, I said it today, KYC, know your candidates. That was where that is where this topic has emerged from. Because if we know our candidates, there's no way an individual, whether you are first lady, second lady, or the other lady, will come to say such a bogus statement that nobody has a candidate. There are 17 candidates. I keep reminding everybody there are 17 candidates. We don't have to come here and talk about Oshiomhole or Mrs. or the first lady. But when they say the candidates don't have wives, that that means they're talking about the same candidates. We're talking about the election now. or the candidates on the ballot. They said the only one that has a wife. Okay, let us take the first lady out. Let's take Oshiomhole out. Let's go to the candidates now. And let us talk about their wives. Do you have anything to talk about these people and their wives as an introduction? I'm not saying we talk about what their wife has done. Do you know the wife? Who is going to be the first ladies when these people win? Your campaign trail. If I'm running a campaign, or my father is running a campaign, my mother ought to be there. If I'm running a campaign, my supposed wife ought to be there. People are supposed to know me. It's KYC. Know your candidate. Before you guys came into the studio, I said it. We are supposed. This is not the time where we'll be asking where someone will come to tell us about a candidate. Every candidate, every political, everybody that's come out of politics, at some point, especially at this time, very close to elections, we begin to know this is the wife, she goes for the interview, or these are the kids, or this is where he's schooled, or this is information about our candidates should be on the table. So no one can come to give us something we do not know. And we're not talking about, is that not talking about the candidate, Mr. Wu? The same thing. Or what, you want to hear the candidates come to tell us that they will build us 17 factories in 1 week? I've heard all that. The promises have been made. They have made promises. I'm even tired of promises. I don't want to hear promises. We should be thinking of how we should tackle these people head on, so we can't start having funny people or breeding negative or disturbing politicians. We are having, if you look into the dailies every day, it is heartbreaking. The breaking news from every part of Nigeria is heart-wrenching. From civilians abducting military tanks, from petroleum debt accumulating to $6 billion, to fuel scarcity, and we still have people promising us. Affairs are at the helms of affairs. We should be tight. Well, you still want to hear the promises they have to give? Tinubu's promises we are still waiting for. Buhari's promise, I don't know if Buhari actually promised us anything. Well, what do you want to hear? You want to hear Ighodalo tell us that he's going to take hunger away. How did hunger come in the first place? That's what we should be worried about. We are asking the wrong questions. You cannot solve a problem if you don't know the source of the problem. Everybody is coming to tell us they want to put cement on a cracked floor. You have to know why the floor is always getting cracked after 3 weeks. If they don't do that, then it's the same bunch of shenanigans. It's the truth. It's the truth. So what do these candidates want to say? They're just going there for their personal, the same cycle, the same bloody cycle. So in a short, first we have to curb and control, because the people watch what they see. The people react to what they see. It's like what you do in a house, the children will learn. It's how you act. If you kneel to pray, the children will learn how to pray. If you eat with cutlery, the children will learn how to eat with cutlery. If you mind the words you say in your home, those are the words the children will learn. Even if the internet these days takes them to the edge and gives them ideas. Our politicians need control, because the way they are going, it is what their successors are going to do after them. It's getting worse. It's getting terrible. And we cannot continue to operate on the same process and be expecting a different result. I don't believe in Ighodalo. I don't believe in all everybody's, when you give them a microphone, they act like rappers. They give you lyrics, big words or things that they imagine. We should be more interested in how is it going to come to pass? How? Why is petrol 1,000 naira? They say, okay, people cannot eat, people cannot feed. Why? Okay, why are we still on expensive governance? Why is there our politics? Why do we have more Prados in Nigeria than normal vehicles? Do they assemble Prado in Nigeria? Is the Toyota plant working in Nigeria? Why do we have more Prados and Hiluxes? Why are our policemen more equipped outside the station than in the station? Those are the things we should be talking about now. Not candidates, not some rich friends. I think if they have parties, they invite themselves. Then they come online to insult each other. Tomorrow you see Oshiomhole dancing in the church with Obaseki's wife, shaking two hands with Shaibu at the other corner, trying to do peace of the Lord in the Catholic Church. I don't even know, the whole thing is wearing me out. Because I come here every day, always trying to deliberate on people's lousy attributes. Sad. Oshiomhole Nigerians stop giving Oshiomhole the microphone. He's a senator, he should go to Abuja, he should be working. Let others campaign, let others do campaign for the senator, for the other senator, and the House of Rep members. I wonder, these politicians have won election 6 months ago. They are back again. So probably, if they win governorship, they want to go for presidency. I don't know why. Is it just they want to use their whole tenure to do campaigns or elections? They have won. They just won something barely 2 years ago. They should be working. That's how it works. Now Oshiomhole has left his offices in Benin, making utterances.
Well, I think he has been summoned by the First Lady.
What First Lady? I beg you. What? Sometimes it gets. I'm getting overwhelmed. Well, the other topic for the day. Yes, back to like who you said. Let's go back to the candidates. But the Ighodalo said he's going to build on Obaseki's foundation. I don't know, is it Obaseki that has the foundation, or is it Oshiomhole that had the foundation and Obaseki was supposed to build on it? Or Obaseki is rebuilding Oshiomhole's foundation and Ighodalo is saying he will work on it. I don't know if anybody has got the information on that. Then Mr. Olamide Akpata has been told that he doesn't have the faintest idea of what government is all about. Sometimes it's only we have to talk about critical issues. We have to talk about very critical issues. Everybody is saying they would do the best. Sometimes, because we hear these things too many a time, we do not know which is genuine and which is not. We cannot tell. We don't see the future. But because everybody is saying the same thing, everybody is promising, giving a lot of promises. Hence, we begin to say, okay, let's just take it like we listen to it and we don't, and we shouldn't. We should just hope. And is it the word? Let's hope that it becomes a good one. Where do we start from? Let's keep all this. Let's keep all this out first. Collective. We do all these things. We come every Monday and Fridays. That means we believe in what this upper reporters thing we do. We enjoy it. It creates unity. We come here. We come out with peace. A lot of people. Sometimes we get to 100. We talk. We try to express ourselves. That means for a minute we can be united. That is for sure on a certain goal. Now, how can we make things get better? I don't know. Is it we, or how do we get the best out of what we need? How can things change? Will these things change? Are we sure if we I'm confused. I'm not confused. I'm just I want to I'm just how can we get the best? How do we pick the best? In what way? Because we definitely we want the best and we are ready to give our all to get. We are ready to give our all. We are ready to give our all to make sure things work. We come here, we sacrifice our time, we show our faces, we put our names on the line. That means we want something good, we want a good outcome. We're not here for popularity reasons. How can we get the best from them? How can we get the best? Can't we just all come together and say, no, we want this candidate? He doesn't have to be from a major political party, not APC, not PDP, not Labour. These people are friends. Why can't the people of Edo just come together and pick someone else that is not part of this group? What do you guys think? It's not about structure now. It's about getting the best for our state or sending a message across. Because I believe that these people think we cannot do without them. That's what I'm getting. That's the sense I'm trying to put together. Because the reason I say this, I hate to go back to the comment senator. In a country where the APC is president, after so much years of hardship, you still have a senator that APC coming to say careless things on TV. That means he doesn't care about how the people feel. He doesn't care how the people think. He doesn't care what the people are going through. So he can come, boast, and just do what he likes. That means they know the people are under they know they don't have, there's no sympathy, no empathy. These people, when it's time for election, will come to Benin, will tell them what to do, they will put us in power. How are we going to change that factor? What do we do? What do we do? I'm asking, what do we do? How do we get a different outcome?
That's a $1 billion question, moderator.
It's not a $1 billion question.
Because you know why I say that? What's looking at humans, and no state is isolated from the nation. No matter how well you want to build or how well you do as a governor, you'll still be impacted by the policies from the federal level. Look at the fuel situation, and we know that everything in Nigeria rides on fuel. Your generator, your moving of goods from one place to another, and at the end of the day, it's just kind of helpless. You can't move around with petrol. From what we see, will end up being sold at over 1,000 naira per liter. How much is a common man's salary? How are they going to afford that? And that means the price of commodities, the price of goods will skyrocket again. So what will the governor do? How is he going to make
the 70,000 salary is not going to be anything? It's like nonsense.
So then the whole thing is just going to be. I don't see a way out if the federal does not get things right. The federal government needs to.
But
The policies are not working.
They have these politicians that still come on TV, boast, talk. They all then the other ones are promising. I mean, what's going on? What's really going on? What's really?
But the truth is that politicians will always promise. It's not like that all over the world. The thing
It's
is
normal.
that the problem is that we cannot hold our own accountable because sometimes the votes don't really count. Like in the Western world, you hold your politician accountable because
I think
the votes count.
our votes count. Our votes count. I think
Yeah, sometimes it does. With all with
our votes count. But
with the good
Can I ask a
institutions.
question?
the unity amongst us.
Junior, do you think the votes counted during the last presidential election?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay. It's like I said,
I said to an extent.
Okay, let me give you an example.
To an extent, okay.
Let me give you an example. The Senate president we have today did not contest for a primary and is the Senate president. How did that happen?
Okay.
Well,
he's the Senate president. He's not. I mean. So the system is.
You know why I say these votes count. There are some certain places that there are going to be certainties about. Yes. In Edo State, whether APC likes it or not, or when it comes to federal, there's a way Edo people and PDP they're in pair. Good. In Delta State, APC will do what they want to do. The people actually vote and these votes count. The PDP have their states. In Lagos, you see what happened in Lagos? Tinubu actually lost in Lagos.
But the governor won.
But the governor won, yes, because a lot of people.
The magic they did in Rivers too.
No, good. I said to an extent. You see, Lagos.
Yes, I agree. To an extent,
even how they tried to suppress it in Lagos, it was still impossible. Completely, total. It was impossible to do it. They tried as much as they could suppress it, but when you try to suppress and it doesn't, you just say, okay, let it go, so it doesn't make us look like completely fools. So that's why I said to an extent.
So yeah, to an extent it works. But the problem is that our institutions, if our institutions are not fixed, the court systems, the police, the politicians themselves, there's no consequences for these politicians too. They do whatever they like, just like how Wike was bragging yesterday in Rivers that any governor that helps Fubara, he will put problem in their state. How can in the 21st century?
You're welcome. So yes, I saw you. You are coming. Good morning. Yes, the floor is yours.
Good morning. Thank you. I just rushed down to.
Yes.
Yes, I know that I might be offended. Oh, thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Holt, Mr. Junior, I'm surprised that you are saying that the vote counted during the last election. Maybe you were not. You didn't follow the procedures very closely. You'll be forgiven if you didn't follow very closely. I don't think the vote counted at all. You can see, like somebody has just countered that in Lagos, if Tinubu lost Lagos, why should the governor win Lagos? If you look at it technically, the Labour Party is supposed to win Lagos too. But anyway, you look at the results from Rivers State. It took a lot of time before Rivers result could be determined. A lot of things were going on there. If the vote counted, it would have been easy for the INEC to determine who won. There wouldn't have been, our Supreme Court Supreme Court, giving us the result for about 13 hours. If the vote had counted, it would have been the beavers that would have just given us the votes that people voted. But anyway, you see, you have been saying how is it possible, whether it's possible for us to get it right. I don't think it's going to be possible. A situation whereby the leader of the father of the country, the president, he has boasted to deliver Edo State to APC. You see, how are you going to get it right? Well, we don't have leaders that are determined to get it right. We, the common people, there's nothing we can. We don't have the wherewithal to make things work. We can only vote. It behoves on the government to allow our votes to count. It's not going to, like somebody just said, this weekend now has been boasting that anybody that supports Fubara, he's going to set fire in the state. And nothing is happening to him.
A minister for that matter.
A minister for that matter, and a former governor. You see the way our comrade, former governor Oshiomhole is jumping up and down like a frog, a whole elder statesman, leaving his constitutional duties as a senator, coming to the state. When, like you have just rightly said, when are they doing their job? When the job they were elected to perform, when are they performing the job? They left Abuja and they are in Benin jumping up and down. They've all former governors, they are not jumping. Oyego is there, he's not jumping. Ighodalo is there, he's not jumping. Obaseki is there, he's not jumping. But I was so disappointed in Obaseki's wife, talking about other people not having wives. It's not supposed to be her duty to accuse people from not getting married. That's supposed to be a choice. And Oshiomhole jumped on her and call her barren. Now, these are people that are leading us. It's very appalling that these kind of people are leading, and they have children. I don't know if their children don't talk to them. It's not going to be easy, Mr. Gino. It's not going to be easy until these people, they make up their mind. They finally make up their mind to let the institutions work. It's not going to work. The police we are talking about, we have to fix the police and all that. The police, they will definitely help in rigging the election because they don't have enough salary. A police that is receiving 50,000, you think if he's given 1 million yen or 500,000, he will not take it. He will take it, and he look the other way when a lot of atrocities are going on and all that. I think we just need a miracle to make it work. That is what I think. It's still going to take time. Thank you very much. That's the only thing I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. I know you always take out time to come to give us your submission. Thank you, I appreciate it. Even no matter the time of the day. Yes, you have spoke my mind as well on the matter. Although you use the yen, with naira, not yen in Nigeria.
Oh, joy.
Joy. You use yen, you use the. Well, as it is, we just want the best. We want the best for our state. We don't even we don't. The governor can be anybody. But as long as things work, and I don't completely believe that it has to trickle down from the presidency. I don't believe.
No, Junior, moderator, it has.
I think that it must. I'm not saying I think it has, but I think
it has.
On its own, we should start
if
from.
the policies are not great, what can you do? Like they say, the fish starts to spoil from the head. If you go to the market to buy fish, what you do, you look at the head, and if it's rotten, then there's that fish in a matter of minutes is going to go bad. So if the federal cannot, how? What policies? How is the state going to do it? All the major policies are from the federal government. All.
And if you look at if you look at even the United States, everybody's not complaining about states. They're still complaining about federal government. It's the policy that comes from the top that trickles down to states. If they don't get the policy right at the top, the states will fail no matter what they do. Because the federal government puts the interest rates, they put the dollar rates, they put the mortgage rates. It's not states that do all those things. It's federal government. So if you don't get those things right, the petrol product is not state, it's still federal. So everything comes from the top to the bottom. I'm not saying the states they should go scot-free, but they have their own issues too. But most of the policies that will help the states to come from federal government, especially in Nigeria, whereby everything must be decided by federal government before the states will make any decision. It's a tough one.
It's just like a family, right? It's just like a family.
Yeah,
if the father,
how they change the commissioner of police at will. They just changed the Edo State Commissioner.
At
The
will,
other guy that was there,
without the
the
governor
government
even
also.
knowing.
Yes, we just welcomed. I belong to the police officers. We just welcomed the other police commissioner less than 5 months ago, and this another one has taken over less than about a month ago. How is it possible for that
How is he
police?
going to combat crime when he's
Yes,
just, five months in to
yeah,
settle and
he's
know
not
how
used to
to
the
deal with
terrain.
issue? Another one is so. These
Yeah,
are
he
some of the
doesn't
issues we are
understand. He
talking
doesn't
about.
understand the terrain. Probably because he wasn't going to do their bidding during this election. He has been changed and somebody else has been brought in. That was what was happening in Rivers State then. This commissioner, I think it was Umba or something, or Umbu. That caused a lot of chaos then during weekends and weekends. You see, it's not going to be easy if the federal government is not doing us any favor. It has to trickle down from the federal government. The federal government makes all the decisions. They formulate policies that trickles down to the state. So, please, my brother, go ahead.
Woo! That means we have a
It's a
problem.
difficult one.
No, the problem is there. See, let me tell you where you know that there is a problem is when you drive all the
Oh
way
my
from
God.
Edo to Lagos, and you can't find a gas station to drive in and buy petrol. You have to queue for hours for you to get PMS. Hours. So what are you talking about? Man hours are lost staying on the queue, and then you see queues at as long as 4 streets. And guess what? You get to the gas station, they're not even selling petrol. So you ask yourself, these guys just sit in their cars under the sun, and they're not even selling
My
the petrol.
And the
So
painful
that's
one
man
again is
hours
that
being lost.
my brother, Japan has they don't have crude oil yet, but they have 22 refineries in Japan. 22.
Okay.
And China has 30 refineries. Just go and Google it. China has 30 refineries. These are people that don't have crude. We that have crude, we
Guess
don't
what?
have one functioning refinery. It's not going to. If you
At the
have heard
beginning of this
talk about that.
administration, you heard it when he said subsidy is gone. But do you know they still pay the damn thing? So
they're
what
still
are we
paying
talking
subsidy.
about? So what is
And the painful part is that these so-called politicians, they still receive hardship allowance, 21 million a month. All of them.
So it's going to. I'll be honest. It's going to be difficult.
It's going to
There's
be
no joke
difficult.
about it.
The politicians, they will tell you they need the jeep, the foreigners, for them to
When
navigate
will
their
the president buy new jets in
to
this
navigate their
condition?
country because the roads are bad. The lawmakers will tell
New
you because the
private,
roads
new
are bad.
jet. What? How many billions? Come on. When you can't even pay 70,000 minimum wage.
Have you guys heard about the two people, the Briton and the Nigerian, that the police have declared wanted for attempting to overthrow the president?
Mr. Junior, you see these people, if they want to, divert your attention to something else,
Distractors.
they just bring. I just read it about 30 minutes ago. You see, this is incomprehensible what they are talking. They just want us to focus on that. And the president is in China, though. He just arrived China yesterday, and this is coming up. He just want to secure the country when he's away. I don't know.
They
Well,
say the Nigerian is from Edo State.
and
What's his name?
and they said
Yeah.
the guy pumped several billions of naira. Which account? They are not giving us the account. They are not giving the people who. These people. May we not forget these people. They just make such bogus claims. At the end, you don't hear. After about a week now, it dissipates into thin air, and that is the end. You don't hear it anymore. Nobody is arrested. Nobody is prosecuted. You don't hear the case, and even if somebody is arrested, the person is not prosecuted, and you don't hear whatever happens to him anymore. That is it. They just want to divert the attention of
Please,
of
how they? What's the story behind this thing? I'm just hearing it now that
That's
they
it.
tried to overthrow what?
The story is not. If you read it, you just don't understand what is going
yes.
on.
Do you have the article? Please read
It's
it. Can
it's
you just read
it's,
it?
it's
We
everywhere else. It's not a premium
it's on
key.
Instagram. It's on Instagram too. They
It's
said
on. It's everywhere. It's
yeah,
everywhere. It's a
That they
funny.
want to overthrow what?
some foreign mercenaries want to undemocratically take over the government of Tinubu, and these
How is
people
that?
they have sent billions of naira into the Nigerian system for them to be able to carry out these nefarious activities. I just read it. I just glossed through it, and I just scroll
This
up. I
is
said, which
incredible.
kind another rubbish with this one, you know.
They mentioned two names.
My brother, Qatar gave us several names, the people that are sponsoring terrorism. What have we done to them? Have we arrested anyone? The answer is no. The Qatar gave us names. I think that was last year. Last year, Qatar gave us several names.
Doing that was during Buhari's regime. That was like
Buhari's
2 years
regime.
ago. Yes.
So what happened to them? Nothing
They
happened. Was
got
there any
a,
arrest?
a
The answer
bunch
is
of
no.
names, and that was the end. And you see how the politicians making, even with this kind of very perilous times, you still have couple politicians coming on TV to boast. That means they don't see the people as
Please,
anything.
Junior, can you explain what this means, please? I'm trying to,
What
you've
was
read it before,
this?
maybe you don't.
And there's
It
no
says,
story there. There's no
no,
story
hold on
there.
now. No, there's something here. It says Mr. Povey, whom the Nigerian government said also bears the name Andrew Wine, said this in a statement in reaction to the government's allegation of building. Now, this is a quote, a network of sleeper cells to topple the Bola Tinubu administration and plunge the nation into chaos. What is the sleeper cell? What is that? I don't understand that.
Well, that if they have the police now, I'll put them, they will need to give us more briefing on this topic because it just happened. It's
Is it
less
more?
than
Is it like a
less
cyber
than
a
2 hours.
cyber attack?
You
No,
don't,
no,
and
no, no,
no,
no.
it's
Sleeper
not a cyber
says,
attack.
Sleeper
That's
says they are
small groups,
group of terrorists.
mercenaries, all those kind of things.
Yeah, sleeper cells are a group of terrorists that located in different areas that are meant to carry
Small,
out
yes,
certain
small.
activities.
Interesting. Ah, Lord have mercy on us.
Because you can imagine that is supposed to be a very, very great red alert. And why I actually focused so much on the news was because of the Nigerian involved is Edo. So that was why I said the Edo man, from where? Where does he live? How did this, what's his connection to it? And you just wonder. Well, that is on that. Then there's this Canadian Nigerian that has been threatening to do a lot of harm to Yorubas and Benin people. She was in a podcast or she was in a group a group chat. I don't know if it was WhatsApp group or one of these or Twitter. I had a bunch of them, and she was yelling. She was advocating for Yorubas and Benin people, not Edo people. Or maybe maybe when you call us Benin people now, they generalize us as all from Edo as Benin people. Yes, she was advocating that they should be poisoned, that she was going to get to work and she was going to get rat poisoning, and that they should start poisoning people. She lives in Canada. Her name is Mamaka Sonberg. Yes, if I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Yeah, Mamaka Sonberg. She has been arrested. She was arrested yesterday, and she has been taken to court today. And those are the happenings you see on daily media. When you open one of them, just open Vanguard and you see some things. And at the end of the day, when you see serious matters, then you look again, you see doing your couple talking about some funny things, you now just think the whole thing is a joke. The news that come out, the whole thing sounds like a joke. These are very delicate times. These are
Indeed.
very, very trying times. What we say, we would matter. What we say would go a long way. There's hardship, there's pain, there's anger, and these things breed a lot of hate if it is not controlled. There's too many fake deceit. Everybody is out for each other. We can make the difference. A lot of us, yes, we can make it the difference. We come here, if we can come here, like I tell people, if we can come here, take our time, come here 2 hours, and we stay, we deliberate like this, that means the change can start from somewhere. It has to be one voice. Because now it might not be affecting us directly. As we get older, it's going to get worse. A lot of us on the studio or come watch from different parts of the country or the world. At some point, we might want to relocate back to our villages. Because I have my village too, which is Benin. What do we go to meet there? What some people have used as experiments. And there will be nothing left. Then it's going to be like a jungle. When you come, you might park your car, you go and sleep. By the time you come, you meet the skeletal structure of the vehicle. Everything has been ripped up because of insecurity.
Mr. Junior, Junior, sorry, sir. The case of this Amaka in Canada. Amaka is, I think, she was probably carried away by emotions, and she went too far by saying making such a incendiary statement. And I wonder why somebody living in the Western world would go to that extent of making such statement without thinking of the implications.
Yeah, but that woman is, sorry to cut you short, Epa. That woman,
Yes.
whatever she did was very stupid.
Yes.
But I would say the same Samuel Ekpa that has been causing mayhem in the southeast of Nigeria. Nigerian federal government has not pushed Finland to do something about him.
Yes,
Why this
that's the
woman?
area. That's the area I'm going to. You see, probably the Nigerian government want to use her as a scapegoat, or they want to put an end to such a
No,
statement
but
that
I
is
believe that
capable.
woman is a mental case. She has mental issues.
Yeah,
But I'm
because
talking about Samuel Ekpa. Samuel Ekpa
apart
has been
from apart
creating
from
mayhem in Nigeria.
my brother, apart from Samuel Ekpa, there are a lot of people that have made such a volatile statements, such inflammable statements.
MC Olomo
Olomo made it.
in Nigeria,
Even a particular king made such a statement during the
in
last
Lagos.
dispensation in Lagos, and even
Nothing
some of
happened.
Edo people too. They make such statement against Nnamdi Kanu, which I do not support. Nnamdi Kanu is kind of asking for a revolution for his people. He doesn't have to be demonized by others. He has been in prison, and you see, like Nelson Mandela said when he was alive, he said, "One mass freedom fighter is another mass terrorist."
Yep.
You don't expect to demonize Nnamdi Kanu and expect people to be quiet. Though the woman went too far, that was very stupid of her to have made such statement on national television, because this TikTok, they're just like national television.
Oh
A lot of
yes, she
people are
wanted to
listening.
get traffic.
Yeah, she wanted to get traffic. She went too far. So I think the government,
Stupid.
they should use her as a scapegoat to stop all these incendiary statements and make sure they bring sanity to the system. Even the government, our government people, the government officials, they make such statements too. The one
Like what Wike said yesterday
Wike just said, is it
on
not?
Saturday.
What is the difference? What is the difference? Like Obaseki,
A
like I said, I
sitting
used to say,
minister for that
yes,
matter.
I'm not a party man. Obaseki said the country we born. These people, they are not leaders. They don't have that pedigree to be leader. They just talk. And so if you go close to these people, if you listen to them talk, you'll be shocked at the way leaders, a whole governor of a state, a minister of a country like Nigeria, a president, you're saying that you will deliver a state when you don't have a voting right in that state. You deliver a state to people that are not capable, and nobody is holding him to account. So
Then
it's not going.
we are seeing bandits giving out handouts, and
Bandits
they
on
can't track
TikTok,
them on
bandits on
TikTok.
TikTok, bandits on TikTok, and
Wait, hold on. I thought, excuse me, sorry. I thought that was a comic. A
no,
comic.
no, they are there. Did you listen to what this Sheikh Gumi just said? Yeah, I think that was
Yes,
yesterday or today.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that the bandits are now fighting like
They're fighting for God.
they are
Yeah, they
fighting
have,
for gold.
yeah, and that they should treat them with they should be cautious treating them, dealing with them. Otherwise, they are going to, metamorphose into something very,
And they
very.
said the so-called tracking device given to the Nigerian police to track bandits and criminals, the politicians are using it for their own personal gain, to track their
Oh,
side
so.
chicks and their enemies, political enemies.
Voila.
I think
Voila.
our media too has a problem because our media, the things they bring out. I think that's why I said when I open up all these links and I see the topics, and I just sometimes I feel
But
sad.
they were in line. It was the police a retired police officer that gave that information. They were in line. He did an interview. He said that's what's going on. That the politicians use the tracking devices for their own personal gain, to track their girlfriends and their political enemies. So it's a crazy situation. Then yesterday, NCC was saying that all the NIN and the Ighodalo, that they cannot use it to track bandits. That is not what it's meant for. So what are you not telling people to get it for if you can't use it to track criminals? In America, you cannot. There's no way you make a phone call that they will not track it, wherever you are, as long as you're in this country.
We should stop using America as a yardstick.
No, Gigi, you know why I say that? You know why I say that? If
Yeah.
Nigerian police, if they want to work, they will work. If they want to investigate a case now, they will do it. But the problem is that the power above does not allow them to work because people are gaining from the chaos. That's what's going on. Even these Boko Haram bandits, people are gaining from it. People are making money from it. That's why it will never end. It will never end because people in power are making money out of it. Did you not read something about the new technical advisor of Nigerian Super Eagles? Is it not that they said that if he doesn't give that 10% of his salary, that he will be in trouble? I can't. And those people are still in government, still in office. It's sad.
So you mean the problem goes across board from sports?
It goes across board.
So infrastructure.
Then some politicians, some people will tell you, some politicians will tell you again that even the citizens, the voters will tell you, Organa Road will want chop. I bet that's just money. So it's sometimes that's why the politicians do what they do. Because some people rather get a bag of rice or 10,000 naira than a politician doing things for them that will make their life better. I think it was a former governor of Benue State, Suswan. There was an interview I watched. He said when you're trying to do roads and all that, the villagers will tell you, "God, not be road one chop. Share us money." He said, "What would you do?" And if you try to do the right thing, the same people that you're trying to do, they will be the ones to vote against you. That give us money chop. Share money for us. Moku vote them out. Moku bring the way go share money. So the citizens are part of the problem. The politicians are part of the problem. Sometimes the citizens sell their birthright for a bag of rice and 10,000 naira, and the politician will move on. He has paid them. So sometimes it's just we don't know. The same government that is increasing fuel above 1,005 are the same government that are buying new private jets, buying new cars for themselves, giving allowance to congressmen, and you want the masses to be okay with that? They shouldn't protest. You know, we're not saying, and the problem is that we're not even seeing the government cutting down on their own expenses. They're still living lavishly like there's no problem. Everybody's still looking sharp, spending money as if Nigeria has no financial crisis. You know? So how do you expect people to survive buying petrol at above 1,000 naira? How? So the so-called 70,000 that the federal government negotiated is like they're still paying them 20,000 a month. Because prices of goods will go up in the market, transportation will go up, price of everything will go up because fuel prices has gone up because these goods are being transported. You know, so how do you want people to survive? Maybe the federal government is threatening that they must crash push food price. How are you going to crash push price when you're increasing PMS product? You know?
Only God knows. If maybe we had a different
hard
winner,
rock.
who knows what would have been facing. Well, first of all, let me do what my upper reporters would have said. I said, Bizoje, give me a time. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for those, the newcomers, people on social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Hit the like button, press on anything you see, thumbs up, share. Do not forget, this is Upper Reporters, it's for everybody. This is the home. You have a problem, come and tell us. You have anything affecting you personally or at work or at your business place, with your landlord, with your tenants. We are not, we'll deliberate it and we'll probably let the other people here. We'll try our best to resolve it. Whether you have health issues, anything, please do not hesitate or do not hold back. Come to us, tell us your problems, and we'll tell you ours too, and we'll share it. The problem shared is half solved. This is Upper Reporters and Talks. We are a home and we are a family for all. We have hit our 2-hour mark. We have this time, about time we give the roundup. But like I always do, I give my proverb. Today's proverb is always put your best foot forward. I think I've given this proverb before. Always put your best foot forward, which means always try your best to make a good impression on yourself and a good impression on others. Show your best traits, your qualities. If talking anyhow is your best, you think is your best quality, curb it. Find something else or say something nice. If to say negative things or to act negative is your best quality, you think it's your best, no. Try to go into your shell, reason well. If you can't remember something good to say, write it. So the day you have to say it, you can really bring out your phone and read from it. Always show your best traits and qualities. This will help the world be a better place. That is my program for today. I want to thank everybody that has come to the studio. I want to appreciate CSA Pi Gariva. Thank you, Mr. Concord, Mr. Tupo, Mr. John Bosco, Mr. Osa, Mr. Augustine had come and left, Mr. Uyi. Thank you for all that you guys have done. And thank you for taking your time out. Thank you for taking your time out to always be in the studio with us. We appreciate it. And for those of you on the social media platform and outlets, we appreciate all you do. You come, you share, you like, you give us thumbs up, you comment. Yes. I think going forward, we would begin to read comments. We will make the show. We'll create a bit of, let's say, 10 minutes, and we'll read comments from people on our social media platforms. So people that can't come to the studio, that cannot give their submission, or that cannot give their verbal submission, they can put it in writing and we'll read their submissions of what they of the comments. So that will come out. I think I will work on that too. Thank you, everybody. Those that made a call, those that tried to call in, we appreciate. We hope to see you guys same time on Friday. Enjoy the beautiful week ahead. Thank you and have a beautiful day. Good night.